Hey everyone, Hayden here. I'm just here to talk to you about Nintendo Live 2023 and show you some of the things that I got while I was there and talk to you about my experience a little bit. So Nintendo Live 2023 this year was in Seattle, Washington. Was set up really well, actually. I got there about an hour early, and I think that was the perfect sweet spot for when to get there. You had to wait in line for about an hour before getting in, and during that time, though, they went ahead and gave you some goodies so you could look at those and start checking them out. One of the first things that they gave us was this bag. It's Nintendo Live 2023 double-sided Seattle bag, and there were some things actually in the bag to start off with, which I thought was cool. We got some things to look at while we were waiting in line. It came with some, less cool stuff, an ad for Super, Nintendo World, an activity book for you to play with while you're waiting in line, a map of the floor, let you know where everything was going to be, so when you got in there, you could just head straight in. Also in the bag was this coin, pretty sweet. It's pretty heavy, pretty thick. Nintendo Live 2023 Seattle coin. It's got Mario on the back with, Pikmin symbols, Zelda, Smash, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, all the Nintendo franchises. And my favorite thing that actually came in the goodie bag to start was the set of pins. There were actually two set of pins that you could have gotten in your bag. I got the one that came with Super Mario World, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Sunshine for the GameCube, while the other three had a pin from Odyssey and I want to say 3D World and one other game, which I personally liked these three better, so I'm really happy that I got these three. Those were all the things that actually came in the initial bag. For scanning your My Nintendo Platinum points, you received these Super Mario Wonder. It actually says Nintendo Live as well on there. If you scanned your My Nintendo barcode, you got these free little standees. These aren't that cool, but it's cool that they're Super Mario Wonder. Also, at the initial check-in table where they checked your ticket, they gave you one of these hats. They're just cardboard, but they had Luigi, Mario, and Peach to choose from, so they had a pretty decent selection. Other than that, you got a wristband to be able to go in and out of the event if you needed to leave. They also gave you stickers for scanning your Platinum Nintendo account barcode. Some Seattle, Washington stickers that has Bowser, Peach, Luigi, Mario on there. These are pretty cool. These are pretty high quality, actually. And, mostly the event was a lot of booths with different games that you could play. If you haven't tried some of the new games that have come out this year. Obviously, the big one was getting to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I think it was fantastic. Ran really smooth on the Switch. No loading or lag issues. Even playing 4-player, so wasn't an issue at all. Playing 4-player. I played as Daisy, so I could get a chance to play as Daisy for the first time in a Mario game, and being Daisy as an elephant was definitely an experience, but it was fun. I don't have anything bad to say about it. We got to play 2 levels and then go to one of those open areas where you got to choose your level. So I want to say we played about 5 levels total, and it was a pretty good experience overall. And for playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder, you actually got this really cool Mario with the elephant power-up keychain, and this is really high quality. I think this is a really nice item for getting to play the game. And luckily, since I got there early, the line for Super Mario Bros. Wonder was maybe 15 minutes for me, which later on in the day it was, over an hour. So I got there at the, just the right time to be able to get in and play that game right away, which it took about an hour to get through the line initially, and before you actually went into the show floor, they had a pop-up Nintendo store set up, and I bought some things from there. I actually decided to go straight to that line instead of going straight to the show floor because I got in that line right away and it was already another hour wait. And the Nintendo rep at the line was basically saying, yeah, this is as short as it's going to be all day. If you want something, and you don't want your choices to be out of stock, it's pretty much recommended to get in line now. And I'm glad I did, because even though it was an hour-long wait, by the time I was done, the people who were getting in line had a 2-hour-long wait. So I'm glad I went ahead and got in line, and I'll show you the things that I picked up from the store last. Let's see, for playing Pikmin, there was like a little short Pikmin demo. You got these pin here. It's Pikmin. It's got the blue, the yellow, the red Pikmin. I think it's just an orange background. I don't think that's like Poochie or anything specific back there, but really cool pin. I'm glad I got that. Disney Illusion Island was set up there, and that was another game that I wanted to try out because I haven't tried that yet. And you got a pin for trying it, so I was like, all right, well, bonus. The game was pretty good. The people I was playing with were a bit slow, so I didn't get to, play at my full speed. I think I would have liked it a little bit better if I got to do that, but it was really smooth, and that new style of Disney animation is unique. I don't like it as much as the original, style of Mickey Mouse in the group, but it's still pretty fun to play in a video game. Also, outside of the Pikmin booth, they had a couple of pamphlets you could grab. This one was for Pikmin Bloom, just kind of an ad for the game. But this one is a field guide, which is actually pretty cool. It tells you what Pikmin are, gives you some details on some of the other creatures in Pikmin, a little spot the difference game, what is a Dandori, picturesque places, just some cool like exclusive Pikmin stuff that I don't really know where else you would get something like a Pikmin field guide, so I thought that was a pretty cool item for them just to be handing out outside of the booth. For playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you got to battle like a professor that they had there. There was, a bunch of booths set up with guys in lab coats, and they were, battling with their Pokemon. And you could, use a rental team, or you could use your own Switch and your own Pokemon if you brought them. I used a rental team. I got whooped. I got my butt kicked. I'm not going to try to act like I didn't. But this is the poster that you received. It's double-sided, so not bad. Not as cool as the pins, in my opinion. I'm definitely a pin collector, so not as cool as those, but still pretty cool. Otherwise, you didn't get anything for playing Kirby, so I didn't play Kirby. They had a bunch of statues set up of different characters. They had tons of Kirby statues, like a life-size car that Kirby had, taken over. They had a huge Super Mario Bros. Wonder statues and, all of that set up that you could take pictures with. They had a Bowser that was completely made out of Legos. That was like over 660,000 Legos, just a huge towering Bowser. But otherwise, the only pin that I missed out on was for playing Tears of the Kingdom, and it was getting late in the day. I had been there for 6 or 7 hours already. I was hungry and I was thirsty, and the line for Tears of the Kingdom was still an hour long, and I've already beaten Tears of the Kingdom. So I tried to ask the Nintendo rep if they would just give me a pin without waiting in line and playing the game, and they said no. So I didn't get the Tears of the Kingdom pin, but it was basically just Link. It was just Link with his hand out doing the signature pose from the game. Anyway, the other things I got from the pop-up store was this Pikmin corduroy hat. Very cool. A Pikmin shirt. It's kind of a light blue with the Pikmin Frocket. They're kind of taking the Frocket away. That's why it's at an angle there. Picked up a Nintendo Live t-shirt. I figured I might as well get an exclusive t-shirt for the event. And I did the same thing. I picked up the pin set, which had the same symbols that were on the t-shirt. I'll pop this open so you can see that. Pretty nice pin set. Like I said, I'm a big pin guy. Kind of bummed that I missed the Tears of the Kingdom pin, but just could not wait in line any longer. I know there's nothing Nintendo fans love more than waiting in line, but man, it was a lot of waiting in line. And last but not least, I wanted to get the kitchen towel instead of this hoodie, but they were out of the kitchen towel. So I went with the hoodie. Drink up and enjoy the roost from Animal Crossing. And it's got the design of the ghost in the hood as well. Super comfortable hoodie. I'm not upset that I ended up with it, but I didn't need it. And really, that's it. That's Nintendo Live 2023. That was my haul. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what we received on the floor and tell you a little bit about the show. If you have any questions, just throw them down in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a good one.